5, 6, 7, and... Well, you're walking through a city street, you could be in Peru, and you hear a distant calling and you know it's meant for you. Then you drop what you were doing and you join the merry mob, and before you know just where you were, you're in an Irish pub. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a drop, 'cause wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. That design is fairly simple, and it usually works the same. Cause I'm Razor Houghton scoring in the Ireland-England game, and you know you're in an Irish pub the minute you're in the door. For a couple of boys with Gordon will be murdering Christy Moore. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a cup, 'cause wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. And the manager comes from Cork, and the lad that's holding up the bar says only Egypt's work. He was born and bred in Bolton, but his mammy's from Kildare, and he's going to make his fortune soon in Moulton County Clare. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a drop, 'cause wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. Now it's time for me to go, I had to catch me train, so I'll leave you sitting at the bar and face the wind and rain. But I'll have that pint you owe me, I've not gone on the dry, when we meet next week in Frankfurt in the fields of Athenry. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a drop, 'cause wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. They got one in Honolulu, they got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a drop, 'cause wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. Wherever you go around the world you'll find an Irish pub. Those are my lucky charms. Magically delicious. That was the Irish pub song by the High Kings. And we played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play, or mandolin, or whatever, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'd be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, then come play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want over 1,000 more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, right hand, real easy on this. I called it a bouncy 3/4 strum because the timing is in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? It's bouncy. It's not this. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Emphasis on the down. That's it. That's the entire song. That's it, other than some percussion I'll show you at the end. So as far as the chord changes go, the transitions, starting with a D minor. Well, the intro, right? I use a C5. By the way, if you're especially awkward, you could use a C if you want. It just won't be quite as authentic, quite as Irish sounding if you don't use the C5. But that's what I'm doing. From the D minor, and then my pinky's kind of hovering right there over the C, and I drop my ring finger too. That's That's the way I do it. Now, hypothetically, you could do like that too. But anyway, then you start the verse. We walking through the city street. You could be, that's just pick up a finger. And you get the F. In Peru. And again, I drop, I think every time I'm using 2 fingers for this E5 instead of flattening, you know. And you hear a distant calling and you know, just pick up 2 fingers and you got your A minor. You know it's meant for, and again, drop them down again. You, and then exactly the same thing one more time. Drop them down, drop what you were doing, join the merry mob. Before you know just where you are, you're in an Irish pub. Chorus, same chords. They got one in Honolulu, they got one in Moscow too. 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. Wow, this is a ridiculously easy song. Except when you come to the interlude. And by the way, you could skip the interlude. If you don't have a mandolin player or somebody else doing something, you can just skip the interlude altogether. But the interlude is the hardest part of the song for your left hand. The way I'm doing it, so you finish the chorus. Wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish club. Here goes. Now, pick up for an F, C5, B flat. That's the first time we've seen a B flat. So, F, drop your spare fingers onto the C5, drop all your fingers onto an F, back to C5, onto a B flat, C5. And almost the same thing. That's in one measure, you go right from C5 back to F. And then switch to a G, D5. That's the way I do a D5. I bar the 2nd fret and I drop 2 fingers, or I drop a finger on 2 strings. Right, so G, D5. And now, there we go, I was wrong. There is a place that I cover both strings with 1 finger. My middle finger. Because it's just hanging out there, right? So C5, D5, and one more time. G, D5, C5, D5, G. And then straight back to D minor. Now it's time for me to go. That's how I do this. You can figure out however you want to do it, but I wanted to hear those triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I liked the sound of this on my instrument. So you can try wrapping different places on your instrument and see. You can just do like this too if you want. That percussive verse, the verse 4, percussion only. You can just go like this if you want. But I wanted to hear the triplets, so that's how I did that. Now I'm going to go from the intro, clear through the interlude, but I'm only going to play the chorus once. I'm going to pretend that the first chorus is the 3rd chorus. So in other words, it's going to be intro, verse 1, chorus, and then straight to the interlude. Slow motion, close up on my chord changing hand. Play along with me if you think it'll be helpful for you. In slow motion, here goes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and... Well, you're walking through a city street. You could be in Peru, and you hear a distant calling, and you know it's meant for you. Then you drop what you were doing, and you join the merry mob. And before you know just where you are, you're in an Irish pub. They've got one in Honolulu, they've got one in Moscow too. They got 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull up pints, you'll always have a job. 'Cause wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. Interlude now. Now it's time for me to go. Bye.